Hey, it's Juve. I really wanted to keep like a consistent daily, somewhat daily upload schedule, so I'm making this right before I go to sleep. It is currently 9 o'clock, and this is gonna be a little bit different than the videos I've been putting out recently. Um, this is gonna be similar to the one video I made back when I returned. I guess I should. Uh, oh, I'm gonna have to turn music off for all of these. I forgot to do that, but yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about stuff about like content wise, and how I'm gonna like try to make it somewhat what's the word? I can't think of it. Essentially, it's kind of like a roadmap, except it's not gonna be like the roadmap from Blizzard, and I'm actually gonna try and stick to it and not just abandon projects midway. So first things first, I was away because I said this in my first Uber's video. It was the one with Arceus Fairy. The reason why it took a while for me to make content is because I kind of honed in on one video concept, and that wasn't exactly like it was the smartest idea looking back at it. So the main reason that's like reason number one. Actually, I'm gonna pause this so I could put on music. Okay, back from pausing that. Okay, where was I? I was talking about. I don't want to look back at the corner, but I was talking about what happened. So in the Uber's video, I addressed this, and essentially what had happened was is that I was too focused on one video or one series of videos, and that led to me like I whenever I get my mind set on something, I it's like I'm like a stubborn person. So whenever I have my mind set to something, I kind of want to like stick to it, and I don't really want to deviate from that. So that's essentially what happened. That's essentially what happened there. Excuse me for coughing. So what I'm working on is I'm working on a series of videos where I'm going to be playing through every generation of OU, and it's going pretty decently, I'd say. The main thing is that I'm a very procrastinative person, which is not something you want in a content creator. Um, excuse me. If I didn't drink alcohol, I was just drinking a lot of water and also just ate dinner like an hour ago. But essentially, what's wrong? What not what's wrong? Um, I keep on losing my I keep on losing track of what I was going to say, but essentially, it's going to be a pretty hard, hard like not a hard process, but just a long one because, like I said, I'm a very procrastinative person, majority of the time at least. So I I'm like not even halfway through the script of that first video. I'm probably gonna find a way to like throw a just throw a I forgot to turn the music on off. I am so sorry. um I said I had to do that and I completely forgot. Okay, so it's gonna be a difficult process because first off, that's gonna be 9 videos I'm gonna have to make for that because I'm gonna start all the way from Gen 1 and I'm gonna go all the way up until current gen, which is Gen 9, which is how do I say this? It's not I keep on losing track. So that's gonna be all the way to current gen. Current gen I have a feeling is going to be the least um the least difficult for me to cover because that's when I started playing competitive Pokemon. I started playing around um okay, turn the music off for this one. I started playing Gen 8, and I did go back into the other metagames a decent bit. I think I've played a couple of Gen 3 OU games. I think I did one Generation 1 random battle. I did a couple GSC. I've done now that I think about it, I think I've played every metagame. It's just that the experience is very is like the difference in experience is wild because I played majority of the time in Gen 8. I'm starting to get back into playing Gen 9. I did a little bit of Gen 7, but that was mostly just using silly strategies, so it wasn't really that serious. Same thing with Gen 6. Gen 5, I tried playing a little bit seriously too, somewhat. I and this was before all of the this was I started playing. I played a little bit of Gen 5. That was before the whole metagame became something that BKC rants about every video, it feels like. So I at least got that. So what was I gonna say? I did a little bit of Gen 4 because I thought Gen 4 was genuinely amazing. Of course, I had to play Gen 3 because I'm a Hoenn child. So Generation 3 is kind of my whole thing. Gen 2 I played because I always thought it was just a little bit interesting because it's like it's like a mixture of Gen 1 and Gen 3 where you have the hazards and then you also have the like how do I say this? You also have kind of the like limited assets of Gen 1, and you also kind of in a sense I wouldn't say it's limited. I just say that it's I don't know how to describe Gen 2. It's a very unique metagame, I will say. Um but I have had experiences with all of the metagames as well. I was trying to get at. And I think out of all of the ones that I played at least, I'd have to say that probably Gen 3 was my favorite, mainly because Sceptile is sometimes viable. That was my phone unplugging. Um, I don't know exactly where it is on the viability rankings, to be honest, because I haven't checked ADV. I haven't checked out ADV in God knows how long. But because like I feel like if anyone has heard anything about competitive Pokemon, they kind of all know what Gen 3 is. It's Tyranitar, Skarmory. That's all I can think of the top of my head. Um, yeah, Gen 3. Yeah, the only two S ranks are literally just Skarmory and Tyranitar. Uh, so obviously those three were good, or those two, and then you have Metagross, kind of self-explanatory. Swampert also kind of not as quite as self-explanatory, but is very bulky, kind of the embodiment of the bulky water type. Blissey, Zapdos, Gengar, Salamence in B rank, which is crazy to think about, to me at least, because Salamence is, it got banned, and then it came back in Gen 5 with Moxie. So yeah, so I think out of all of those, Gen 3 was probably my favorite one to play. Um, so um, like I said, I'm currently trying to write the script for Generation 1 right now. I'm not even halfway. I just got into explaining what the hell Tauros does, which is, Tauros is. I'm not saying this is self-explan. It's not like. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Tauros in itself is kind of like. It's not hard to describe. It's just that it's one of those things that you have to like kind of show people. So, like once you understand like how impactful this mon was, it like to- Tauros, like I wrote in the script, I said Tauros one of the one of the strongest OU Pokemon to ever exist, and that's more so than current Gen 9 That's more so than current Gen 9 Great Tusk, more so than Landorus Therian. I'd argue it's only second behind GSC Snorlax, which is a completely different beast I'll cover in the episode after that. But yeah, um, I honestly don't know where this video is going. How long have I been recording? This is just 10 minutes of me just saying whatever the hell I want. Um, yeah, that's yeah. So um, that's the current goal, is to get those videos out, because those are gonna be. I think that's probably gonna be the one video series that I'm going to put in the most work, because obviously it's a series. I'm gonna be using it. I'm gonna be continuing what I do with that. So that's gonna be coming, I hope, by the end of August. Considering, the hoping that I actually go go through. I'm obviously gonna go through it, but it's just that's how it's gonna go. God, Annihilate is so broken. But that's like considering that I don't procrastinate and I don't just let the Google Doc sit there. And I also, this is going to be very dependent on how I want to edit these videos. I kind of want to go with like a big yellow vibe, but that's going to be very difficult to work with. So that's something I'm going to have to consider working on, like how I want to edit the video. I do have a process. Like, the main thing is that it's going to be focused around me going generation to generation. It's going to be either 5 or 10 games of like using I think I'm just going to make it 5 just for my own sanity. It's going to be 5 games of using sample teams, 5 games of me using a, what am I trying to say? 5 games of me using a team that I've built myself. It's, the majority of the time, it's not going to be something it's not going to be like an outrageous thing. Like, I'm not going to go into Gen 1 OU with, it's not like I'm going to try and use Gen 1 Charizard. Speaking of Big Yellow, they would be very, they would be very mad at me if I tried that. If they even find my video, that is. Drink a bit of water there. So, yeah, it's not going to be something. Why is this considerably louder than everything else? Hold on. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to edit that out and hope, because I forgot to hit the pause button. But yeah, that music was just significantly louder than anything else. So, my hope is that I should get closer to the mic. I'm flubbing this up so bad. My hope is that I'm able to get that out. Excuse me. Is I'm able to get the first episode up by August, and then from there I'll figure out how long it's going to take for the other ones. Um, yeah, that's just where my main content grind is going to be. Like, I don't do this for a living. Obviously, you can tell by the fact that I only have 66 subscribers, and I'm probably going to talk to like 2 people with this. But this is like, I sometimes, like, I have like an actual job outside of this, and whenever I ride the bus to go there, I sometimes work on the script on my phone, which is not always a good, which is not always something that goes well, because I have to flick through Chrome tabs and Google Docs app and then back and forth just to get something written out. So that's going to be a very, That's going to be a very turn the music up actually. Okay, that should be a decent thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this because we all see how this is going to end. Yeah. Cresselia, it's one of the, I think in my opinion, it's one of the best mods for random bats. That is so loud every time. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm working on this for the majority of the time. I'm doing this some majority of the time. I'm doing this at home, obviously, because that's where I spend most of my time now. Although I have been going to the gym recently, very proud of myself in that. Also, very sore still, considering I went yesterday, and it's 9:30 at night. But yeah, that's going to be. That's where most of my attention is going right now. Is going towards that video series. And I thought I'd just give an update because I'm gonna check my phone and see when the last time I uploaded before I uploaded the other videos that I have this week. Yeah, that was over a month since I last uploaded. Not it's been, I've uploaded twice in a row, and I uploaded today and yesterday, but it's been over a month since I uploaded the other video. Let's see. So that's where majority of my content was, and like I said, that explains why. That explains why I kind of, sort of, not took a break in between videos. I just very much tunnel visioned, essentially, and that's my one real reasoning for why it took me so long to upload videos again, because like I said, I just tunnel visioned on that so hard that I was like, this is really taking a toll on the fact. This is really taking a toll considering I haven't uploaded in like I said, it said 45 days. That's a month and a half. Last time I uploaded was in June, like early June, and it's almost August. What am I trying to say here? So that's my main reasoning for why I haven't uploaded in a while. And I think I'm just gonna end the video here because I don't know how else to go about this other than saying, yeah, that's why I didn't upload, because I just couldn't find the time to go through his stuff sometimes. So I will be trying to get videos out more often. If there's a cut, just know that I forgot to turn off the music again on the replay, and I got tired of going through that, so I just restarted. But yeah, like I said, a lot of my attention is just going towards that video series. So if it takes me a while to upload, that's my main reason, is because I'm probably working on that. And it should, I'm gonna be working on trying to make lives more consistently. You know, maybe not the daily upload that I have been doing for the past couple days, but maybe, you know, kind of get that MV schedule going on where I'm kind of like once or twice a week in between. You know, whenever I get the urge to make a video, I'll go through with that. So yeah, just expect that series to come out hopefully by the end of August. That is my goal. Yeah. I don't know how long this battle is gonna be, so I'm kind of gotta just procrastinate until this battle is over and kind of give commentary on what's going on. A lot of these were actually done on my phone, surprisingly enough, because I was just, whenever I'm on the bus, I just, when I'm not working, sometimes I'll, like, work on it enough throughout the day where I'm like, okay, I'll just get into, I'll just go into working on this dock when I get home. So sometimes I'll just be playing this on the bus, and I don't exactly do, like I don't play, like, serious meta. Not saying that Rambats is not serious, but I don't play OU on the bus or Ubers or, like, actual meta games, like, not reliant on you having a Zacian crown and your opponent not having a Zacian crown. So a lot of these replays were just from there, and it's actually a very calming thing to do on a bus, because I just plop in my earbuds and I just have this go on in the background, and God forbid someone, I don't typically get bothered on the bus. If I do, it's just someone somehow recognizing me. Well, not somehow, I'm wearing a shirt that says Jimmy John's half the time. Someone recognizing me and just going, hey, I used to work there, that job sucked. Okay, this video is over, I'm not gonna give an outro, good night.